What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. A movie I have been waiting to see for months and months and months and months. When I saw the teaser trailer, I have been waiting and anticipating this movie for it to come out. And it is Blade Runner 2049, the very anticipated sequel to Blade Runner, the iconic sci-fi movie that came out in 1982. And this one's not directed by Ridley Scott. It is now directed by Denis Villeneuve, a very phenomenal director, and has an amazing cast of people that I don't have to say them because you know who's in this movie. I want to make this very clear right now. I am not going to say any spoilers during this entire review, because if I do, then that is a huge problem. So, if you have not seen Blade Runner 2049, just so you know, there is going to be absolutely no spoilers. You guys have all seen the trailers, so you have an idea of what this movie really is about. I'm not really going to describe the plot at all, because I want you guys to go into this movie zero-minded. All you know is that Ryan Gosling's a new Blade Runner, and he's solving a new mission, and he finds Rick Deckard, Harrison Ford, and a bunch of crazy stuff happens in this movie. And it, of course, is 30 years apart from the original. All I can say is, guys, I'm speechless. This is one of the best looking films I have ever seen. My eyes were glued to the screen for all 2 hours and 43 minutes of this movie. This is a gem. Denis Villeneuve, you are now in my top 3 favorite directors of all time. First is Scorsese, then it's Spielberg, and now Denis frickin' Villeneuve. So let's start with the positives for Blade Runner 2049. There are so many positives I have. First, I must talk about the visual effects and the world in this movie. I can't really describe it. It's just real. It looks real. The visuals in this movie capture you from the very start. It has some amazing music. After the opening credits of this movie, you are just transfixed by this world. It is staggering. So many new worlds that you're introduced in this movie that you've seen from the original, such as the city and the flying cars. But in 2049, you get to see some new locations. It is just breathtaking. If this does not win visual effects at the Oscars, I am going to flip. And of course, the performances in this movie are all so amazing. Ryan Gosling as Officer K was the perfect casting choice. Ryan Gosling brings so much emotion to this character, and seriousness, and commitment, and he was just made for this role. Definitely think he might get an Oscar nomination yet again, and I hope so. Jared Leto as the villain, he was really cool and menacing. He was blind, so it's really cool. Dave Bautista is also in the film. He was really cool. And Ana de Armas as Ryan Gosling's love interest. All the supporting characters did fantastic. But I must talk about Harrison Ford coming back as Rick Deckard. This is Harrison Ford's best performance in a long time. I could definitely tell by watching this movie that Harrison Ford was so passionate about this movie. In Star Wars The Force Awakens, he kind of plays grumpy Harrison Ford, honestly. But here, he's given so much emotion, and he doesn't have a lot of screen time, but he delivers his 100% effort, and that is brilliant. Harrison Ford, thank God you came back. As I said in the beginning, this is one of the most beautiful films I have ever seen, and it's Roger Deakins, so I expected it. But I am telling you, shot by shot in this movie, it is breathtaking and hard to describe. The sound effects in this movie, it is so loud but perfect. You need to see this in the biggest IMAX screen possible, because the experience of hearing all of these sounds very loud, it's just brilliant. In the theater that I went to, the sound was amazing. It just makes the experience so much better. Do not see this in a 2D screening. See it 3D IMAX, because wow, you're gonna have an amazing time. The action sequences are completely realistic, bloody, brutal, nothing is held back, and just like the original Blade Runner, oh man, the action is riveting. And finally, my last positive goes to Denis Villeneuve. He is a master, and that is no joke. He directed the shit out of every minute of this gem. And now he's in my third favorite director of all time. Denis Villeneuve, you get all of my attention and my props because you are one talented director. All I can say is thank God I watched Blade Runner before I saw this, because if I didn't see it before I saw 2049, I would have been confused. I wouldn't know what the heck was going on. It is so confusing the first time. You're not going to like it, but more constant rewatches and an understanding of this universe, you're going to love it so much more. As far as negatives, there is none. I am being 100% serious. Not one part of this movie I did not like at all. The 2 hours and 43 minutes are going to be a complete turnoff to some people. I think it's way too long, but I thought that was a perfect runtime. And if you're asking me about the rewatchability factor, I love this movie. This is going to be a perfect rewatchability for me. But some people who don't like long movies, this is not a good rewatchability for you. In the end, guys, there's nothing much else I can say. Blade Runner 2049 was an incredible experience and an incredible movie. Everything about this movie is flawless, and it's now my favorite movie of the year. Hands down. Sorry, War for the Planet of the Apes. I loved you too, but 2049 is now my number one. So with all of those praises being said, Blade Runner 2049 absolutely 100% gets a 5 out of 5 stars. Alright guys, that was my spoiler-free review for Blade Runner 2049. Have you guys seen it yet? And did you love it, think it was okay, or did you absolutely hate it? Let me know down below. Thank you guys as always for watching this review, and if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below, as well as a link to my Patreon. Click that notification bell on your way out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!